All right, hello everybody. How y'all doing today? Good. Well, welcome to the Angela Collier World of Birds Theater. My name is Heather, and I'm going to be your host for today's show. Now, we're so excited to share all of our feathered friends with you guys today. Birds are an incredibly diverse group of animals. They come in all shapes and sizes. They are found on every single continent of our planet and in all different kinds of habitats. Now, unfortunately, birds face threats every single place that they are found. And it's easy for all of us to feel just a little bit overwhelmed when we think about the many threats that birds face. So today, we would love to highlight some conservation success stories just to remind everybody why your contribution matters and why your trip to the zoo really does make a difference. Now, we're going to start off today with a bang. I said birds come in all shapes and sizes. None are as perfectly built for high speed as the peregrine falcon. Now we have Justin here joining us on the stage to help us show off some of that speed in a simulation of the hunt. So, coming down from our hillside, here is our peregrine falcon.
I'm just going to go from that way. Oh!
The peregrine falcon will wait at great heights, waiting for just that right moment to come in and strike its prey.
Oh, it's coming from behind us. Ooh!
Now what Justin is doing is he is swinging that little leather pouch on the end of that rope, and our bird is trying his best to be able to capture it. Now you'll notice he flies far behind the trees, behind our building, just to come in with that element of surprise. All right, let's hear for Justin and our peregrine. Job well done. Pretty exciting way to start the show. All right. Now, thank you. Now, I mentioned we want to talk about those conservation success stories, and we're going to start with the peregrine falcon because, believe it or not, we actually almost lost their entire species at one point from everywhere in North America. And this is happening because of the overuse of a pesticide called DDT. Now, in the 1940s, and that pesticide was being so overused that it went into the food chain for the peregrine falcons. So what that meant is that when the adult falcons ate the same exact food that they were eating every day, they were consuming a large amount of pesticide. So basically what happened is that this led to the adults not being able to lay eggs or incubate their eggs without the eggshells cracking. So this led to an entire generation of peregrine falcons missing from the wild. But the good news is that in the 1970s we actually got DDT banned, and by 1999 the peregrine falcon was taken off the endangered species list. Yeah, really exciting.
Howie, see that what happened?
Now we're going to move on into the rainforest, which is where we find some of the most colorful birds, and that is the parrots. Now here we have Dimitri with one of our feathered friends, so take it away.
Thank you, Heather. Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to introduce you to one of the best talking parrots at the zoo, the yellow-naped Amazon. What's your name? Hi, Bogey. Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Now, in addition to being polite, Bogey here is quite the singer. But like any true professional, he knows how important it is to warm up. Very nice. All right, he has a song prepared for you. This first one is a classic from The Wizard of Oz. Very nice. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Did you recognize that,
Howie? This is an
Howie?
old one by Tony Bennett about San Francisco. Very nice. He left his heart in San Francisco. Now, you might have noticed Bogey's playlist is a little bit old-fashioned, but the truth is Bogey had an older owner, and it's thought that having a parrot like Bogey as a pet, they can live into their 70s, and it can cost up to $100,000. That is quite a lot of money, isn't it? Think of all the things you could do with that kind of cash. You could eat at the finest restaurants. Yum, yum. You might even be able to throw an extravagant birthday. Extravagant birthday. There it is. Happy birthday. Or you might even be able to afford a trip to Disneyland. Okay, well, with that, if you're thinking about getting a parrot as a pet, you might want to just stick with a dog or a cat. All right, let's hear from Bogey, the yellow named Amazon.
Parrots live for such a long time, they're expensive.
All right, beautiful job by Dimitri and Bogey. Now, we just learned a lot of things about parrots. We learned that they can live into their 70s. We learned that they're bright and beautiful. We're now learning that they can be really, really loud. Now, this is Baby, our salmon-crested cockatoo. He is doing exactly what parrots love to do through the day, sometimes through the night. But if you can imagine, having a parrot in your home can be very, very challenging. And that is another threat that birds face, parrots specifically. They face that illegal pet trade. And that is certainly the case for the largest flying parrots, the hyacinth macaws.
Oh,
So this is Luna and Venus, our
pretty.
very own hyacinth macaws.
pretty, huh? What beautiful
These gentle
colors,
giants of the
huh?
parrot world are found in Brazil, and they're also found in Bolivia as well. Now, a major threat that these birds face is what we just talked about, that illegal pet trade. So the way that happens is that these beautiful birds nest in really, really large trees. Now, people want to take those chicks as babies in the wild, so what they do is they cut down those huge trees just to take those babies. Now, this not only permanently destroys their habitat, but also takes those babies from the wild. Now, thanks to dedicated science and research and conservation, back in the 80s, these numbers were down in the low thousands, and thanks to those scientists, researchers, those numbers have gone up by the thousands. And so we have so many more of those beautiful birds out in the wild. And just by coming to visit us here at the zoo, you're able to learn about these birds and their story, and basically how to help them. Now, for this next part of our show, I need a really brave adult volunteer who would like to get up close with one of our birds. A brave adult. A brave adult? Who's with him? Does the adult with him want to join us? You don't have to. Yeah. Come on up. It's going to be really fun, I promise. Alright. I'm actually going to have you come by yourself, unfortunately, just for safety. So I'm going to have you come right up here, and I'm going to give you 1 grape and 2 grapes. I'm going to give you that one in the other hand. Okay. So what you're going to do is I'm going to have you stand right on that X right over there. Perfect. You're going to face the audience, and with both hands out, just like this, palms flat. You're going to put both of those out. Perfect. And then I'm just going to have you turn and face the lovely people in front of you. So what we're going to have happen is a bird is going to come out, eat that 1 grape, eat the other one, and then make its way back. Are you ready? All right, let's bring out Abe.
You should have done it.
No, but she wouldn't have picked me because I'm sitting too far up.
Let's bring out Abe.
Plus, I'm chicken. Oh,
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I think we can still do it. He's a little bigger than we expected. That's okay. That's okay.
oh
All
dear.
right. So,
Now I'm glad it's not me.
we're still going to try. We're going to have him eat those grapes. All right, ready? Let's give her a countdown. 3, 2. We're totally just kidding. Please turn around and meet our beautiful friend Abe. You have some of his favorite treats in your hands, so what I'd love for you to do is one at a time, just give him a nice underhand toss. He's very good at catching. Nice! 1, 1. Yes, and 2 for 2. Thank you so much. All
That
right,
scared
everyone,
me.
this is Abe, and he is an Abyssinian ground hornbill. He is actually one of the largest of the hornbill species. Now, these birds are omnivores, and what that means is that they eat a wide variety of plants and animals. Now, one of their very favorite foods to eat are snakes. And Abe is demonstrating with the highly venomous, very dangerous California rubber snake named Jesus Gift Shop for $9.99. Now if you look closely, you'll see Abe grabs that snake right behind the head and he gives it a hard shake and a good chomp. Now he is doing this so that he knows that he's not going to get bitten back by that snake before these birds enjoy their most favorite treat. These birds come from Africa, and where they live, they can actually eat venomous species of snakes. So this is super
He's
important
big, huh?
that they keep themselves
I
safe.
don't remember seeing him before.
Now the zoo is home to many different species of the hornbills. You can actually go see another Abyssinian crowned hornbill on exhibit. You can see the small but mighty Vandertekken's hornbill. And, of course, the wrinkled hornbill. Look at that. All right. Oh, too soon. There he goes. And there it goes. All right, let's hear it for Abe and Greg. They're volunteers. Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to move on right now into the world of raptors, which means the meat
He's putting his glove on.
Here we have Justin, our trainer that we met